Oh, this could be trouble. Had half the equation on that shot, the distance. Not quite the accuracy. Missed it. Hair to the right.
Yeah, not quite a foul ball. Kept it in the ballpark, and well, let's see how good you can chip.
Ooh. And that will scoot on by and leave a lengthy putt there for his double.
But too lengthy, in my opinion. You've got to stop that ball closer to the hole.
Nope, the touch definitely eluding him on this hole. Not a good hole of golf here. It is that time to pick up and move on. This third hole is distinctly New England, right? With that stone wall. Sort of feels old, even though this golf course was renovated not that long ago. This is all about a well-struck iron shot. This is a proper par 3. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Yeah, that's a really good shot. Had a nice upslope to work within the bunker. Always makes it an easier shot, able to take advantage of it. Coming now to the drivable 298-yard par 4 fourth. Few options off the tee. Lay up and have a full approach. Lay into the wide part of the fairway. Or go for broke, but be careful of that massive bunker guarding the left side of the green. And that one gonna be into the bunker off the tee. And this not a distance you practice all that often with your bunker shots. This from about 10 feet. just going to sneak on by. Okay, that one finished off for a par. And he'll remain at 2 over par. So 1 round complete, and Frank, this is such a good field this week. We may see the cream rise to the top come Sunday.
I hope you're right, Rich. This is a great golf course, too. It's one of those ones that really does separate the field. I hope it's the same story tomorrow.
So that's it for us. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From TPC Boston, it's live second-round coverage of the New England Championship. Well, if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. We've got a tie at the top at 6 under par. We'll get out to the action here as we pick things up on the par 4 6th hole. And that is going to be tough in there. That is into the heavy stuff. Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th, and he'll stay at 1 over. Yard par 5.
It looks straight away, but the problem is if you don't hit a good tee shot, then you really have to be aware of that cross bunker. That is one place you don't want to go with your second shot.
This a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. Still well over 300 yards to the flag, so getting this to a good number, the key here for his second.
Par 5s too. They're the ones you really want to make birdie on, but the second shot that's gone into that bunker. It's an awkward third.
Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. Okay, not bad out of the sand, and that's what will remain, trying to grind out a par. Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, that's going to be finished off for his bogey, and that's going to move him back to 2 over par. Frank, looking at the 8th, par 3 of 213 yards, obviously short, his trouble.
Yeah, that's where it's narrow. Ideally, you want to fly that ball more, sort of at least 10 or 12 yards onto this green, where it starts to widen up.
He didn't like that one from the start, and this one's going to wander into the rough right of the green. Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll remain right where he is. Frank, I don't know about you, but I love a good hot dog and a soda at the turn. Of course, it tastes a lot better after you've made par. How difficult is that proposition here at the 9th?
Well, if you stray with your tee shot here, you'll be making hamburgers, that's for sure. That will work out just fine.
Frank, golf so often is a game of avoiding something. What do you want to stay away from here at the 9th?
You have to avoid that little pot bunker just short of this green. If the pin's at the back, it's fine. You can fly the ball into the middle of the green. But if the pin's on the front, just make sure you carry that little bunker.
Well, had a good lie in the fairway, but couldn't do anything with it. That comes up woefully short.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
Pretty good read there. Definitely good speed, and that just skips a foot or so by. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And he'll slide back now to 3 over par. Par 4 10th at 425 yards isn't overly long, but it's a strategic hole, and it demands accuracy. Maybe a fairway wood off the tee, and there's that 2-tiered bunker you have to deal with on the right side of the green. You need to keep it away from that. And that, a good-looking shot there. Well placed in the fairway. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
He's got 141 to the hole, standing on the wrong side of par right now, looking to get back to even.
It is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Oh, how about the touch right there? Very well done.
Hard to do much better than that. It was nearly perfect.
So that's in for par to start this backside. And he'll hold steady at +3. Oh, what a shot that is. He nearly put that one into hole. That is going to be an easy birdie. So what could have been there, mere inches from going into the cup, but the consolation prize is a tap-in birdie. So 2 rounds complete here, Frank. What have you seen so far?
I know a lot of other people might think so, but I think the course is tough, but it's extremely fair. The goal of a golf course, Rich, you know it, I know it, we want.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today from TPC Boston, live 3rd round coverage of the New England Championship. Well, if yesterday was any indication, we should be in for a memorable weekend of golf here as we take in the leaderboard on this Saturday. We've got a tie at the very top at 9 under par. So let's get you out to the action on the turn as we head to the tee at the par 4 10th.
Well, the ball's finished up okay, but look how it got there.
We turn to Nota Begay the third for this look at birdie.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
Nope. He'll finish that one off with no problem. It's in for par. And he'll stay right where he is. Gonna have to accelerate through the sand here to give this enough carry. Okay, safely on the putting surface out of the sand. Would have maybe like to run that up a little further, but that's not the worst shot in the world. Nope, couldn't get that one on target. Safely in. Yeah, it's a bogey here at number 11. And he'll drop back now to 1 under par. Frank, the 12th looks to be a pretty straightforward par 4.
Just bends to the left. There's a big sort of crop of mounds on that right side. If you can just go a little left of those, you get a nice kick forward.
Oh dear, that looks thick in there. We'll see how much that missed fairway is going to cost him this, his second from far back. Problems starting to worsen now. Good putt there. It's a bogey 5 here at the par 4. And that's going to move him back down to even par. Ball's teed up at the par 4 13th.
And you want to keep that ball in the air as much as you can. Carry that air on the left side. That's a big tee shot, somewhere in that sort of 300-yard mark.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. In the fairway, shouldn't be more than 200 yards to the flagstick. Well, not as close to the pin as you'd like, but when you find greens in regulation on a regular basis, you're going to have a chance. Yeah, well done. That's in for par. And he'll stay at even par. here at the par 4 14th, ready to tee off. This is a big dog leg to the left, 495-yard hole, Frank.
Yeah, don't try and hug that left side too much. There's a bunch of little mounds, and the chances of getting a good lie there, next to none. Beautiful swing, near perfect.
A left to right breeze, something to consider here as he eyes this second shot. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been.
There's always an adjustment of feel for a shot like that because you've got to judge what it feels like when you get so much grass between club face and ball. That's why the ball doesn't come out as quick.
What a save there. This hole was trouble all the way through, but that one in the hole from off the green to somehow salvage a par. Amazing. Now Noda, his second from the fairway.
155 to the hole. The pin is stuck in the front right section of the green.
Gonna have to try and give this a good thump to fly it to the hole. Okay, pretty big swing necessary there, and that's not all that bad from that far away. That slides by to the right. Just never had that on target. That one polished off for bogey, and that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit. So for our featured golfer, some good playing and some favorable scoring conditions here on this Saturday. But they'll look up at that leaderboard and see. EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From TPC Boston, final round coverage of the New England Championship. It is the great challenge that all these golfers face, trying to string 4 solid rounds together, trying to best Mother Nature and this course, and trying to beat the entire field as we check the leaderboard. On top is Matt Fitzpatrick. He's currently at 13 under. Meanwhile, our featured golfer playing out the string, trying to finish this tournament on a high note. Yep, played that nicely. That'll work out just fine. Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. And he'll stay at level par. Moving now to the 421-yard par 4 15th, where strategic thought off the tee is important. Drives down the left side are best, but beware of the 4 fairway bunkers waiting there. Nothing to fault there, safely in the fairway. Breeze at his back shoulder as he lines up his second from the fairway. Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15. And he'll remain right where he is. That one needed to put on the brakes, but could not. And this will wind up over the green. Oh, maybe a misread there. That curls by to the left. Okay, in for a bogey at 16. And he's going to fall back now to 1 over par. Okay, this 17th is a tricky fairway to hit, but that is going to wind up fine. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, he's looking at 116 yards to get you to the front of the green. 134, the number, all the way to the flag. Pin in the middle, so it's a green light.
Oh, that ball limps its way onto the green, but yeah, you never know. One putt away.
Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. Yeah, that's good putt. It is in for par here at 17. And he'll stay right where he is. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Well, had the distance right, just a little bit offline to the left.
And a little bit left, too, with his third shot.
Okay, it's a nice finish, a birdie at 18. And that will make this a final round, 71. Frank, the great thing about TPC Boston, it generates fireworks. It's that kind of course, and we saw it today.
Yeah, and you can compare yourself, or you just have, with the best in the game because they play there every year.
No doubt about it, my friend. And for all of us here at EA Sports, alongside my partner Frank Knopp. EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present this first step on the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From La Quinta, California and PGA West, it's the opening round of the first tournament of the new year, the American Express. Well, it's been a long off season. Everyone here looking to get their new year off on the right foot. What better place to do it than right here in La Quinta as we see what's going on here in round one. Sam Burns is on top. He's already at 9 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer with some work to do as we have seen some low numbers already in this first round. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. That's going to be okay. Didn't want to try to go over the pond, so a safe play to the right and a good tee shot here at 5. Now the enticing second shot here, Frank, at the par 5 fifth.
If you're going to lay up, make sure you lay up properly. There's no sense in trying to knock it all the way down by that narrow neck. Just leave yourself a third.
Oh, that is right, and that may be gone. The timing definitely off on that swing, and that ball goes straight into the water. So now, with the drop taken, this is going to be his 4th shot into this par 5. Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
I don't think he's going to fall in love with that one, Frank, but it won't hurt him.
No, but you'd expect from there to sort of get it within kicking distance. Now you got to work.
Yeah, that's a good roll there to come away with just a bogey at this par 5. And he's going to fall out of red figures, back down to even par. Here we are now at the 255-yard par 3/6, one of the most intimidating holes at PGA West. Water on the right, but a big bailout area to the left if you want to play it safe. Yeah, we see this a lot here at 6. It is such a long par 3. This one doesn't stay, and it's into the rough. Oh, yeah, this is a big green and a long hole, so it is not easy to get one close. That is a great shot here at 6. Nicely done as he rolls that in for his par, and he'll remain right where he is. We head now to the 346-yard par 4 7th with water down the right side. Accuracy off the tee is the key. Fairway wood or a long iron might be the play here. This starting toward the right side. Right, in the fairway. 70 yards. All that's left here for his second. No, that's offline and directly into the water. All right, so he'll take his drop, and with a penalty stroke added, that'll become his fourth now to the par 4. Good soft hands. That is nicely done. Okay, no further damage. It's a bogey 5, and that's going to move him back to 4 over. So our featured golfer well back after round 1, and now likely in a fight just to play the weekend.
I think they were in a different zip code today, Rich. It was like watching two different players, really, the ones at the top of the leaderboard, and, well...
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From sunny La Quinta, California, live second-round coverage of the opening tournament on the tour schedule, the American Express. What a great time of year to be here in La Quinta. If you come in July, expect temperatures north of 110 degrees. But now, here in January, this is perfect as we check our Day 2 leaderboard. Sam Burns is on top. He's at 9 under. For the golfer we'll be following, a low score is going to be a must in order to make the cut, as they're currently 4 shots below the line. That's pretty good. This 6th green is not an easy one to hit, but that is safely aboard. 19 feet away. Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. Okay, that one finished off for a 5 here at the par 3. And he'll fall back now to 5 over par. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there.
No, the ball is on the green. That's about all I can say with that. With a short wedge in hand, you'd expect that certainly be much closer than that.
Look at this putt. That is something special right there. From that far away to gauge that speed, that is so well done. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he's going to stay at +5. Up next, the 559-yard par 5/8, where we get a little break from the water found on the previous 3 holes, but there's plenty of sand to make up for it. Good driving hole. Let it rip. The PGA Tour season kicking off here at PGA West in La Quinta, California. And we're back at it next week. Frank will make the 2-hour drive down to La Jolla and Torrey Pines outside of San Diego for the Farmers Insurance Open. Just such a good time of year, isn't it?
Oh, it certainly is. It's just stunning. I mean, rain, hail or shine, this is just a beautiful part of the world. If you don't like beautiful countryside and coastline, I mean, there's something wrong. This is gorgeous. Good second shot. That last bounce, a little unlucky, but still that third shot sits up rather nicely into this par 5.
All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
There is a sneaky bit of break from left to right on this putt, but don't overdo it.
The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And he's got it back to 4 over par. Trying to gather some momentum after the birdie, but that won't help. It's into the bunker off the tee. Oh, not ideal. Those bunkers here at 9 are deep, and that's where this one wound up. Yeah, that's going to be just okay. Might have been a little worried about not getting it out, and instead, this is going to leave a tough putt coming up. That's going to scoot a foot or 2 by. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And that's going to drop him all the way down to 8 over par. So conditions were tough out there, Frank. Our featured golfer could never really put it together, and it's going to mean a missed cut.
I got to be honest, Rich, that was underwhelming. It really...
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From a stunning setting, Torrey Pines Golf Course in Southern California, it's opening round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. Situated high on the cliffs overlooking the Pacific Ocean, what a golf course, Torrey Pines, and what a weekend we should have in store as we look at the leaderboard here in round 1. We've currently got a tie at the top at 5 under par. Time to head out to the course as we pick things up on the tee at the long par 5 6th. That will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. Going to take a big poke to get there, but a chance with his second to the par 5. Good shot right there with that 3-wood, sitting up nicely.
Yeah, most importantly, the second shot's on the fairway. And this par 5 playing long today. See how close this third shot can be hit.
Okay, that's acceptable there. Let's bring in Nota Begay the third for a look at birdie.
And he is in an ideal spot, just below the hole. I don't see any movement at all.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. On to the 7th now. A tough hole here. A winding par 4 at 462 yards. It is the #1 handicap hole on this south course, and for good reason. An approach shot from anything other than the fairway is fraught with peril, with a canyon beyond and a deep right front bunker guarding an angled and difficult to hit green. And this will work nicely, just right of center, and that'll be fun. Second shot, good look at the green. Well, obviously that's not his best, but it'll be quickly forgotten, Frank, if he's able to get out of here with his par.
Well, you might forget it. I won't. Far from his best.
That's going to leak out to the right and trickle away. Not the right read there. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And he'll drop back to 1 over par. Some tough par 3s on this south course. Here's another one, the 177-yard 8th. This hole deceptively uphill. Might be worth grabbing an extra club, maybe even 2, to cut through this ocean air and cover that deep front bunker. Nope, that's not going to get there. It's into the bunker short of this 8th green. Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. That is a good-looking pass out of the bunker right there. Got that to stop in a good place, leaving just a few feet for par. Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll stay at 1 over. We finished the front side here at Torrey Pines at the 615-yard par 5 9th, reachable into by only the longest hitters, but with a good drive and that aggressive layup, birdie is definitely a possibility.
Good second shot. That last bounce, a little unlucky, but still that third shot sits up rather nicely into this par 5.
Okay, not too bad there. Chance now to make the turn with some momentum for birdie. Yes, well done there. And back to even par now on the day. And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grab. From the fairway nota, this his second.
152 yards left for him. Wind is helping from behind, so you can take a little less club.
That's a good shot, and more importantly too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Hang on. That's going to leave about 3 feet. Okay, that one in for a bogey here at 10. And that won't help the cause one bit. Moving now to the tough 11th hole here at Torrey Pines. Long downhill par 3 measuring 225 yards. But don't be fooled by that number. This hole often plays longer because of the wind. Try to fly it all the way back there, but that'll be too much as it trundles over the back of the green. And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
That one just going to sneak on by. Safely in. It's a bogey here at number 11. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par. For the golfer we had our eye on, no other way to say it, Frank. Just not a real good day out there.
It could be a short week, Rich. We can complain about the conditions and that, but look at the leader.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From La Jolla, California, just north of San Diego, live second-round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. So much to behold here at Torrey Pines, the ocean, the cliffs, the trees, the green grass, the blue sky, maybe even a paraglider or two as we check out the Friday leaderboard. Luke List is on top. He shows the way at 7 under. As for our featured golfer, it's going to take a good round to make the weekend as they enter 1 stroke below the projected number. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. Ho, 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 ho. That's how to get the morning off on the right foot. That'll change your mood quickly. It is a chip-in birdie here at number 1. We move now to the short but demanding 389-yard par 4 second here at Torrey Pines. Fairway wood or hybrid might be the play here. And all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
127 yards, that's what he's looking at down the flagstick. And the pin, it's in the front portion of the green.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Oh, is that any good? Perfect.
That was tracking pretty well, too. That could have gone in for the same price.
That finished off for par here at the second. And he'll stay right where he is. Well, next week the California swing continues. We head up the coast to Pebble Beach. There's nothing like it. The AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am.
Yeah, it started all those years ago with all the Hollywood stars. The great Bing Crosby used to be called the clam bake, but look what it's turned into now. Now golfers are the stars. And if you want to be part of this, there is no better place. Come to Pebble Beach.
Okay, a friendly bounce there, and that will make its way onto the putting surface. Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll remain right where he is. Here we are now at the 490-yard par 4 fourth, the second longest of the challenging par 4s here at Torrey Pines. A good tee shot is essential, and the par is a good score. Second shot coming now from just over 170 yards. That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Okay, safely on the putting surface out of the sand. Would have maybe liked to run that up a little further, but that's not the worst shot in the world. That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he'll stay at even par. So for our featured golfer, Frank, it is on to the weekend. Who knows? If you get out early on Saturday, try and post a number, see what happens.
Exactly. There's such a fine line.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the South Course at Torrey Pines Golf Course, it's third-round coverage of a San Diego tradition. the Farmers Insurance Open. Moving day here at Torrey Pines on this Saturday. A lot of action to come as we look at the third round leaderboard. Sam Burns is on top. He's at 11 under. We head out to the course as we pick up the action on the tee at the par 4 fourth. I think I'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
That one finished off. It's in for par. And he'll stay right where he is. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. In the fairway, shouldn't be more than 200 yards to the flagstick. Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Just 5 feet left. Nope, didn't see the break, and that slides by to the left. Okay, that one brushed in for bogey here at the 5th. And that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit. Well, after 3 lengthy par 4s in the first 5 holes, this 564-yard par 5/6 is a welcome sight. Frequently downwind, dogleg right. Eagle is a possibility, but birdie far more likely. This one started up the right side. Still well over 300 yards to the flag, so getting this to a good number, the key here for his second.
A little bit of a mixed bag so far at the par 5. Good tee shot, second shot, really got to give it about a C+, and that's about it. So hoping that this third shot is a lot better, and well, perhaps still a chance for birdie. And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realize if you just miss hit the middle of the club by 1/4 of an inch, you lose 10%. That's right, 10%.
Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th, and he'll remain at 2 over par. On now to another lengthy par 4 on this front side here at Torrey Pines. The 462-yard 7th. Tee shot down the left side is your best bet if you can do it. Solid, a good drive in the fairway. Ball on a bit of a downslope here as he ponders his second.
Well, not super close, but safely on the green.
We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
And all things considered, he's in a pretty good spot. It might move gently to his right as it works back up the slope.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, safely in for his par. And he'll remain right where he is. Frank, this was supposed to be moving day for our featured golfer, but instead they were moving in the wrong direction and over par round.
Yeah, actually you took the words right out of my mouth.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From La Jolla, California, and scenic EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Monterey Peninsula, live opening round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Blue skies on top of blue waters, right next to one of the prettiest pieces of green grass on this good earth, as we check out the leaderboard here in round one. We've got a tie at the top at 3 under par. We'll get right out to the action here as we head to the tee at the par 4 first.
And that ball looked good in the air. You'd like it to be a little closer, but still inside 40 feet. Just going to have to be careful with the lag putting.
Okay, I'd call that an acceptable effort from that range. Safely in. It's a par here at first, and he'll stay at level par. Frank, interestingly, this hole number 2 plays as a par 4 for the U.S. Open. It is a par 5. It's absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
Certainly, Rich. Off that back tee, really you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right, but the decision is whether that tee shot finishes in the fairway, because if it does, you're going to have a crack at this par 5 and 2. If it doesn't, then you play the layup.
This maybe a touch right. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there.
Two solid shots at the par 5 and found the green side bunker. Lie looks good. Now, just needed a good bunker shot.
Oh, that is a good bunker play right there. Just a few feet left for a 4. From 4 feet for birdie. Yeah, well done. It's a birdie here at the second. Third hole, Frank, this is a fun little par 4. Not too long, but the emphasis here is on putting the ball in the right spot, isn't it?
It certainly is. You have to know how far you carry it, because if you take a line at that sort of third bunker there on the right side, on a direct line at the left edge of that, it's about 250 yards to get to the sort of start of the fairway. From there, you only have 100 yards in, so just find your point, your aiming point.
Nope, that wasn't the right line, and he'll pay the price as this ball going to run off the fairway and into the bunker.
Well, there's a good strike out of the fairway bunker, but that green side bunker just lapped up that shot.
Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand, and that race is right on by. That's going to wander off to the right and leave maybe 2-3 feet coming back. That one in for a bogey here at the third. And that's going to move him back down to even par. Well, this is where Pebble Beach starts to look like Pebble Beach in all its glory and magnificent beauty. It's only 333 yards. Off the tee, you can hit driver. Maybe make an eagle, knock it up on the green. We have seen guys do that. Or you can play it safe, long iron off the tee. Either way, you're thinking 3 at 4. Put himself in an excellent position. Keyboards, 88 yards. Really good opportunity here. Second shot.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
Now the putter bails him out there. That's in for a par. And he'll stay right where he is. First par 3 of the round, and Frank, I'm reminded of the great history that Jack Nicklaus has here at Pebble Beach, and that goes well beyond what he did as a player.
Well, that's for sure. And we know his playing credentials, but he won the second of his 2 U.S. amateurs here in 1961. Actually said that was the best he ever hit the golf ball, but his legacy really as a designer, you see right here in front of you. I never got to play the old 5th hole, which is further left, but this is an absolute beast. It plays around 190 yards, very narrow green. And that is a cliff on the right, believe me.
Not only a long putt, but a bending putt. Strong right to left in this one. They'll be very pleased just to get this one within a couple of feet. Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. Yeah, that's good putt. It is a par here at the 5th, and he'll remain right where he is. So our featured golfer well back after round 1, and now likely in a fight just to play the weekend.
I think they were in a different zip code today, Rich. It was like watching two different players, really the ones.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From beautiful Pebble Beach, California, it's live second-round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Well, let's face it, Mother Nature's just showing off this week. Pebble Beach, one of the crown jewels of American sport in all its glory, as we look at the Friday leaderboard. On top is the U.S. Open champion from 2022, England's Matt Fitzpatrick. He shows the way at 7 under. Meanwhile, our featured golfer needing to go low here, currently 8 shots off the front-running pace. Okay, that worked out well, landing just short, releases onto the green. Still a long ways to go, though, to make the Eagle 3 here.
Yeah, at least you get a nice enjoyable walk with the putter in the hand, so it certainly works out well.
Not much left here for birdie. Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at 6. And that's going to help his chances to play the weekend, as currently he's hovering right around the cut line. Yeah, that's a good spot right there, and a chance now for a birdie here at 7. 13 feet away. Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he'll stay right where he is. We'll remind you that coming up next week, we move from the serenity of the Pacific Ocean here at Pebble Beach to a scene that will be anything but calm. That is the Waste Management Phoenix Open down at TPC Scottsdale. Frank, I always think different venues, sort of different soundtracks. Pebble is crashing waves with Argyle sweaters. The Waste Management Phoenix Open, it's like a nightclub in Prague at about 2 in the morning.
I've been to Prague too, yeah. Except Prague doesn't have the 700,000 people. It's the greatest gate. Some say the greatest show on grass. It really is. That 16th hole, I'll tell you just one quick little story. Tom Watson, in his heyday with the late Bruce Edwards on the bag, it was the one hole he changed his routine. He would get Bruce to go ahead to the tee, all those people around, and he'd just say, give me the club and hit it. It was the one time he broke tradition. It's absolute frenzy at Scottsdale.
Well, Frank, this is a case where a par is going to feel like an eagle if he's able to get this done.
If he can just make it, just make this putt, then just like run to the next tee.
Nope. That one finished off. It's a bogey here at number 8. And he's going to fall back now to 1 over par. Frank, as you know, depending on the time of year, you could see gray whales out on Carmel Bay, sea otters feeding on abalone, sea lions sunbathing on the rocks, or you could see none of it because this ninth hole absolutely demands your full attention.
Well, there's a different sort of mammal trying to play this hole. That first bunker on the left side, that shouldn't be in play, but this hole tilts so much from left to right. I think it sort of funnels you towards the sea otters and the whales.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par. No issues here. That is into the fairway. This is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze. Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No, no chance. Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. That's going to keep him on the outside looking in terms of playing the weekend. So 2 rounds complete here, Frank. What have you seen so far?
I know a lot of other people might think so, but I think the course is tough, but it's extremely fair. The goal of a golf course, Rich, you know it, I know it, we watch it all the time, is to separate the...
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From breathtaking Pebble Beach, California, it's live third-round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Beautiful weather here in this early February fixture for golf fans, and if you're locked in winter's vice grip, well, this represents a bit of hope on the horizon as we check the leaderboard. And we've got a packed group at the top with a tie at 12 under. As for our featured golfer, their place is secured for the weekend, but it's going to take something special to get back into contention. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, this one's a little bit downhill overall, with a break from left to right to consider also.
Ooh, that's got a little bit more movement than you think, and that'll slide on by. Okay, that one in for a bogey here at 10. He'll drop back now to 1 under par. Well, this is where Pebble Beach changes significantly. We're going away from the Pacific Ocean now, up the hill toward the forest. Frank, what do you think of the 11th hole?
Well, it's tricky, Rich. Number one, because it's blind, as you've detailed, but uphill and it's sea level, so that tee shot's not going to go that far. There is a run out down that left side, just inside the tree line there. That's about 308 yards, but you're not going to go that far. So really, you have to respect this hole. Just hit a fairway finder. That's not too bad. Good shot. Inside 20 feet, I would imagine. So a good chance, really. Outside chance for birdie.
Oh, man, the speed was spot on. A good putt, but nothing to show for it. So that brushed in for par here at 11. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. And I think that may have surprised him. That carried much further than he anticipated. This is an 11-foot putt. Oh, that'll bring a wry smile. A very good putt there to save his par. And he'll remain at 1 under par. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. A left to right breeze, something to consider here as he eyes this second shot. Looking to splash this softly onto the green. Okay, pretty big swing necessary there, and that's not all that bad from that far away. Well judged. That is in for par here at 13. And he'll remain right where he is. So, Frank, not much movement here on moving day and even par round. They're going to find themselves pretty well out of the picture.
Yeah, even par on the third round is certainly going backwards in my book. But yeah, if you...
EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From spectacular Pebble Beach, California, final round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Tell you what, we have seen some tremendous golf this week, outdone only by the incredible beauty that is the coastline of the Monterey Peninsula. As we check the Sunday leaderboard, we've got a tie up at the top at 14 under par. So we'll pick up the action on the tee at the par 5 14th. Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. Oh, that's not gonna be good. I don't think he's going to fall in love with that one, Frank, but it won't hurt him.
No, but you'd expect from there to sort of get it within kicking distance. Now you got to work.
Good putt there, though it is a bogey here at par 5. And that's going to drop him to 2 under. A good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notivigay III.
He's got exactly 100 yards to the front, 107 all the way to the hole. Pin is on the front left part of the green with the sand wedge, and boy, does this look good.
What a nice shot. Right on the green and a pretty easy putt on the way. Yes, never in doubt. It's a birdie here at 15. And he's going to get this to 3 under par. Par 4, 16th hole, Frank. What's the right play off the tee?
You don't need driver here for a start, Rich. It's a long iron or even a fairway wood. Now, do you see that big gaping bunker in the middle of the fairway? That's not really in play. 205 yards gets over that. But that's the line. If you look closely up the right there, those 2 bunkers, you just see a little sliver of the bunker, the left of the 2 on the right. That's sort of a no-no. So anything slightly left of that runs out about sort of 280 yards, that is prime.
Ball appears to be sitting up here in the rough at the 16th hole. Decent lie, but you just won't be able to get it to spin. See what he can do now with this, his second shot.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
12 feet still to go. Not quite on line, and that'll drift a couple feet by. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16, and he'll stay at -3. Ooh, and that is going to wind up missing the target by a good margin. That will be no bargain in there. That's just okay, I'd say, but he's left himself at least a chance at a par, Frank.
Come on, Rich. I mean, you're being too kind there. That's not ideal.
Oh, yeah, worth an exhale there. That's a good par save here at 17. And he'll stay right where he is. He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there.
This par 5 green is well protected. That's 2 good shots, but that bunker's there for a reason. Now, with some nifty sand play, we're looking at 4.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Yeah, it's a birdie at the last. And that will be a great final round score of 68. Frank, they gave us a great show today.
No, they certainly did. Course played well. You got what you deserved out there.
Some outstanding performances. And for our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner, saying so long for now. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From perpetually sunny Scottsdale, Arizona, it's live opening round coverage of the WM Phoenix Open. It is called the People's Open. Enthusiastic crowds have been the norm. 700,000 fans expected through the turnstiles this week as we check the early leaderboard. On top, it's Patrick Cantlay. He's got it going early at 7 under par. We'll get right out to the action here as we head to the tee at the par 4 first.
That's a good shot, and more importantly, too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Nota Begay III is down there. This for an opening birdie.
And players have a option to take less break by increasing the speed here.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he's very quickly to 1 under par. That will do just fine. Second shot, good look at the green.
It's a solid shot and a green in regulation, but a little away from the band.
An outside look here for birdie. That one just going to sneak on by. Good putt there. It's in for par here at the second. And he'll remain right where he is. He seemed to like that one as well. He should. It'll wind up just right of center. Good shot. That is not the place to be. It is into the dried out wash in front of this third green.
Ball sitting in the wash, and the unpredictable contact makes this shot a dicey one.
Smart play from that distance. Just use the putter to make sure you get the line, and this one goes down for a birdie. And that one not quite able to hold the green. It's going to trickle over just by a foot or so. From about 8 feet. That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he'll stay at 2 under. Frank, this is a demanding driving hole, the par 4 fifth.
Another hole that bends gently to the left. There used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. It's now 1, and it's in the perfect position to make you think about your tee shot. Really, you have to be left of that. The new tee's added a little bit of yardage to it. The green still looks the same as what it once was, built slightly from left to right. But you can see why a draw is the preferred shot at TPC Scottsdale.
Sitting up in the fairway now, 180 yards away. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in the rough now, wondering what might have been. Now, that was right all the way. Okay, that one brushed in for bogey here at the 5th. And he'll fall back to 1 under par. And that was flirting with disaster the whole way, and it's going to wind up hopping into the bunker. Going to have to flight this a long way. His second out of the bunker.
Surprised how far that went out of a fairway bunker. That was hit really solid. Too solid.
But those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th, and he'll stay at even par. So our featured golfer well back after round one, and now likely in a fight just to play the weekend.
I think they were in a different zip code today, Rich. It was like watching two different players, really. The ones at the top of the leaderboard and, well, our cherished featured player. Not that good today.
So that's a wrap for all of us at EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Sonoran Desert and always entertaining TPC Scottsdale, it's live second-round coverage of the WM Phoenix Open. It is known as the greatest show on grass, and it has lived up to that moniker through the first couple of rounds as we take a look at the Friday leaderboard. Russell Henley is the leader. He's currently at 8 under. We'll get out to the action here as we pick things up on the par 4 6th hole.
And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realize if you just miss hit the middle of the club by 1/4 of an inch, you lose 10%. That's right, 10%.
That's all he wanted to do there.
Yeah, it's touch. And when you think from that distance, chances of making are almost none. So to guarantee a 2-putt, well done.
Safely in for par here at the 6th. And he'll stay right where he is. This 215-yard 7th is the longest par 3 at TPC Scottsdale. The challenge here is that there's a false front there, so if you don't take enough club, you can come back off short of the green. And if you're left, you'll end up in that big bunker, which is guarding the putting surface. "14 feet to the hole. Got it there, but not quite on target. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And that's going to move him back down to even par. Here's the par 4 8, slight dogleg to the left, Frank.
And this dogleg's made more severe now by the addition of 2 bunkers. This was a bunkerless hole off the tee in years gone by, but those 2 bunkers certainly make this a sharper dogleg. And because it forces the player to go down the right side, adds length to the already long 475 yards. Well, that one's finished in the first cut. It's going to be a little bit harder to spin it from there with a little bit of grass around the ball, but still not too bad. And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
PGA Tour moves back to California next week. We'll be at Hogan's Alley in Riviera Country Club just west of Los Angeles for the Genesis Invitational. Frank, we go from hysteria to history.
Oh, you do, yeah. Humphrey Bogart's tree on the left side of the 12th hole. Still there, and it's still a feature. huge sycamore tree there that kicks the odd ball away from the green. It's good. The whole golf course is in a sort of a bowl, so you get these swirling winds. I know they've tried to renovate the golf course over the last few years. It's actually made the fairways a little wider, but another straight-up test. I mean, the West Coast swing, you really have to bring your game.
This a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. Not sure what happened there. Wrong club selection, poor execution. Regardless, a lot of meat still on that bone. That is absolutely fine. Just 5 feet left. Okay, can't take putts that length for granted, but that's in for a par. So for our featured golfer, Frank, it is on to the weekend. Who knows? If you get out early on Saturday, try and post a number, see what happens.
Exactly. There's such a...
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. On one of the zaniest days on the tour calendar, live Saturday third round coverage of the one and only WM Phoenix Open. How about the fans out at 7 a.m. sharp today, making that mad dash across the grounds to get that coveted spot at number 16? As we take a look at the Saturday leaderboard, the leader is the Canadian Corey Connors. He sits at 10 under par. As for our featured golfer, their place is secured for the weekend, but it's going to take something special to get back into contention.
That's a head scratcher. That approach shot from relatively close in. I would have been looking at 10 to 15 feet.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15. And he'll hold steady at +3. Yep, pretty safe there. That won't get this crowd into a frenzy, but it is safely on deck. Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
And these are the putts you drill when you're on the putting green before the round. This should have a good chance to go in.
Nope. Okay, that one finished off for a par. And he'll remain right where he is. And that, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway. So the great tee shot left him here, now his second from relatively close range. Okay, sensible play right there, and that one on deck. Spot on. It's a late birdie here at 17. And with that, he's back to 2 over. What an outstanding finishing hole here at TPC Scottsdale. Not overly long, but it is challenging. At 442 yards, this par 4 is all about strategy. You can challenge the lake on the left if you're one of the bigger hitters. Cut the corner of the Church Pew bunkers. That leaves you with just a flip wedge in. Or you can take the safe route. Just go down the right side of the fairway. So a breeze at his back as he readies his second to the par 4.
Well, it's a little past the flag, but with the hole cut in the front third today, no surprise.
He just made one on the previous hole. This slightly longer for another birdie. Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole. So he'll finish up there. It's a par here at 18. And that makes this a third-round score of 73. Well, without a doubt, a disappointing Saturday for our featured golfer. High expectations coming in, but it's an over-par round, leaving him well back.
Rich, the sadistic side of me actually sort of enjoyed seeing someone struggle. I know you don't want to hear that, but we see people...
EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the base of the McDowell Mountains and TPC Scottsdale, live final round coverage of the WM Phoenix Open. Here in the Valley of the Sun, the temperatures are up, the scores are down as we take a look at the leaderboard on this Sunday. On top, it's Tony Finau. He's currently at 13 under. Time to get out to the action on the course as we pick things up on the tee at the par 4 14th. Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. and he'll stay at 1 over. All right, Frank, now the fun begins. We are teed up at the par 5 15th hole. Plenty to talk about here.
Yeah, the fairway down the left side is anything other than straight. It's more like a shipwreck, the raggedness of it. And that water in play, well, if you do find one on the fairway, you can sort of always wave across to the people that are walking down the 11th hole. Find the fairway, you can reach this par 5 and 2. A little bit of an island-looking green there, bunker on the left, and also another bunker just short right. But a fairway missed here. Well, you can rack up 5, 6, 7. We've seen all sorts of scores here at 15.
Okay, that's going to be a good layup. It is short of the water, and it's a nice approach to this island green. I was asking for it to go, and it listened. That is a really good shot. Well done. That one rolled in for a birdie. And he's got it back to even par. All right, safely aboard. That will not incur the wrath of this capacity crowd. And that's a victory. We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
And putt coming up a ridge, one you might have to hit a little firmer to take some of the breakout.
That one just going to sneak on by.
And that was just a bit too firm.
He'll finish that one off with no problem. It's in for par. And he'll stay at level par. And that one not quite able to hang on. It's into the bunker. Surprised he's not taking driver out for this one. Is a long ways away, though it is for birdie. Eight-foot putt here. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for par here at 17. And he'll stay right where he is. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
And that ball looked very good in the air. Just doesn't quite finish up that near to the flag, but still on the green.
Nope, good effort, but that's going to wander a few feet by. Okay, safely in for his par at 18. And that will go down as a final round 69. Alongside Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner for EA Sports. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye for now. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From historic Riviera Country Club in Pacific Palisades, we bring you opening round coverage of the Genesis Invitational. This is going to be a compelling 4 days of golf. A lot of storylines to follow as we move through the weekend, and we take a look at the leaderboard here in round one. On top is the South Korean Sung Jae Im. He's come into this one on fire at 10 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer with some work to do, as we have seen some low numbers already in this first round. Okay, that's acceptable there. Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
And a very makeable look here. Not too much undulation at all. Maybe just a slight move to the right.
Got it there, but not quite on target. So that's in for par to start this backside. And he'll remain at 1 under par. Again, here's a hole where you know instantly you're at Riviera. 583-yard 11th. It's the second par 5 on the course, but you look at those eucalyptus trees lining both sides of the fairway. That's Riviera. And then the grass barranca, which is a couple of 100 yards from the green. You have to factor that in on your second shot. Terrific hole. Now, from better than 300 yards out, a second to the par 5. Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. Nothing to fault there, safely in the fairway. Wind coming from his right as he gets set for his second. This from 7 feet. And missteps there. It is a par here at 12. And he'll remain right where he is. This will be just fine, as that'll get down into the left center portion of the fairway. Now, from just under 170 out, this is second. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't hash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been.
Got to make a decision around the greens. You cannot be in two minds. That ball had to be hit harder.
Well, obviously he can do better, and he's going to have to on this next putt if he wants to just get out of here with bogey, Frank.
And this one's certainly going to be, well, worth the price of admission.
Well read. That's in for a bogey 5. And he's going to fall out of red figures, back down to even par.
For the golfer we had our eye on, no other way to say it, Frank. Just not a real good day out there.
It could be a short week, Rich. We can complain about the conditions.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From fabled Riviera Country Club just west of Los Angeles, it's live second-round coverage of the Genesis Invitational. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. Sung Jae Im is the leader. He sits at 10 under par. We get into the action here starting at the par 3 fourth. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and he'll stay at 2 under. You can see here at the par 4 fifth, there's a lot going on. It is one of the most interesting holes at Riviera, that canyon wall and out of bounds on the right. Then you have the trees down the left. But what really makes this hole distinctive is that grass mound cutting into the fairway just short of the green. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay the third.
152 to the hole, pin in the back.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
11 feet away.
That's going to scoot a foot or two by. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. And he'll stay right where he is. You won't come across too many like this. Riviera's famed par 3-6 at 199 yards. Hard to focus on anything other than that distinctive bunker cut right into the middle of the green. Finding the proper level is imperative here because getting it wrong can create all kinds of unique problems. That one was running so hot. A reminder, coming up next week, we start the Florida swing with a stop at the Wetlands for the Florida Classic. Then it is on to Bay Hill for the Arnold Palmer Invitational, leading up to that unofficial fifth major, the Players at TPC Sawgrass.
And a welcome back to Bermuda grass, Rich. It's a totally different animal.
Safely in for par here at the sixth, and he'll remain right where he is. And that was flirting with disaster the whole way, and it's going to wind up hopping into the bunker.
Problem was getting in the bunker in the first place. All you can do, as you've done, take your medicine and rely on the next shot.
Nope. That one in. It is a bogey here at the seventh. He'll drop back now to 1 under par. Right, in the fairway. Yeah, that's a good shot. Decided to go for the right side fairway, and that's in good shape. Now note his second from the fairway.
142 yards left to the hole, pin in the right front.
Trying to go for the right side fairway here, but this is a bit too far right. It's going to end up in the rough. Oh, that is right on the precipice of going down, but I do believe it's going to stay out. That one finished off. It's a bogey here at number 8, and that's going to drop him to 2 under. So 2 rounds complete here, Frank. What have you seen so far?
I know a lot of other people might think so, but I think the course is tough, but it's extremely fair. The goal of a golf course.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From one of the all-timers in the world of golf, Riviera Country Club in Southern California, it's third-round coverage of the Genesis Invitational. Rich Lerner here in our tower overlooking the 18th green. Frank Nobilo is by my side. Out on the course, we've got Nota Begay III and Iona Stephen as we check the Saturday leaderboard. And we've got some drama brewing with a tie at the top at 11 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer just looking to post a low number here on this Saturday.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
Oh, nothing routine about that one. Well done to roll it in for par. And he'll stay right where he is. The surprises don't stop here on Riviera's front side as we come to the 433-yard par 4-8. One of course designer George C. Thomas's all-time favorites. A split fairway is the unique feature here. Like many holes, this one forces you to really have a strategy. Yeah, just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there.
And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
Frank, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll remain right where he is. On to Riviera's 9th now at 458 yards. You get a look at the beautiful clubhouse in the distance, but don't let your mind wander from the task at hand. This is no easy hole. Bunkers line the fairway on both sides, and 3 more greet you up near this elevated green. Ooh. Frank, uphill shot. What did you like to do on a play like this?
The biggest thing really is to try and work on your balance. You've got to make sure you get through the shot and normally take an extra club.
Gonna have to try and give this a good thump to fly it to the hole. All right, good job to blast that out, but it is by no means home. That is so painful when you come up that short.
Why is it that putts on line come up short?
Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off.
And that's going to move him back down to even par. Up next, the 315-yard par 4 10. This may be the most beloved hole at Riviera, short par 4 that offers so many options. Certainly drivable, but only a perfect drive will hold this green. And a miss right will usually result in a bogey or worse.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
Well, at least he can draw on the experience from the previous hole. Again, in the bunker. Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. Yeah, just able to pop that one out of there, but that will only make it onto the fringe. Okay, that one in for a bogey here at 10. And he'll drop back to 1 over par. Okay, that's going to be just fine, short of the road. Good tee shot here at 11.
Now from way back, better than 300 yards, a second to the par 5. Ready for his third shot, needs to hit this close. Gonna have to accelerate through the sand here to give this enough carry.
And that is out of the bunker, but not actually on the green, so a tough one coming up.
That one just gonna sneak on by.
Safely in. It's a bogey here at number 11. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par.
The 12th hole at Riviera is a tricky one at 479 yards. It's narrow with OB to the left, and it forces you to carry a ravine on your approach into a green protected by a sycamore tree left and a large bunker right. That will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. Superb position right in the fairway and 200 yards to the flagstick.
That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And he'll remain at +4. Well, without a doubt, a disappointing Saturday for our featured golfer. High expectations coming in, but it's an over par round, leaving him well back.
Rich, this is a
EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the LA suburb of Pacific Palisades and Riviera Country Club, it's final round coverage of the Genesis Invitational. Well, we have already seen 3 scintillating, sometimes spectacular rounds of golf. By the time twilight comes calling later today, we will have a champion as we check the Sunday leaderboard. On top is the South Korean Sung Jae Im. He's got it to 14 under par. So let's get out to the course, already deep into the round as we head to the tee on the par 4 15th. Well, hit the green, but certainly not close to the hole.
Yeah, probably barely give him a C for that shot.
Well, if that ball never really got rolling, that's going to come up a good 10 feet short. Hang on. That's going to leave about 3 feet. Okay, a bogey here at the 15th. And that won't help the cause one bit. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Okay, safely on the putting surface out of the sand. Would have maybe liked to run that up a little further, but that's not the worst shot in the world.
Okay, didn't want to let that one get away. It is a par here at 16, and he'll remain at 2 over par. And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grab.
Now a second from well over 300 yards. This will be about positioning.
In golf, you know, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that to do over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
Okay, I'd call that an acceptable effort from that range.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for par here at 17. And he'll stay right where he is.
Such a unique closing hole. The 18th here at Riviera at 475 yards. You're asked to hit your tee shot onto a 30-foot rise that features hillside to the left and gully to the right. From there, it is a tough approach into the amphitheater green. Often we talk about needing precision off the tee, and this is how you do it. That is dead center. Noticeable breeze coming right to left as he eyes his second.
Well, obviously that's not his best, but it'll be quickly forgotten, Frank, if he's able to get out of here with his par.
Well, you might forget it. I won't. Far from his best.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for his par here at 18. And that will go down as a final round 69. So for Frank Nobilo and all of us here at EA Sports, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the wetlands, it's live opening round coverage of the Florida Classic. What might we have in store for us over the course of these next 4 days? We've got big names, we've got dark horses, we've got it all as we look at the leaderboard on this Thursday.
We're looking at a tie at the top at 7 under par. So let's get out to the course as we pick up the action starting here at the par 5 fifth hole. I guess you could say slow and steady is going to win this race, or so he hopes. Long ways to go.
I'd also add the word short, Rich. Slow, steady, and short. This is a long par 5 now.
This is the 4th shot now, coming out of the bunker. Boy, that was on an aggressive line. Couldn't quite get it to stop, and that will be left for par. Yeah, that's good putt. It is a par here at the 5th, and he'll stay at 1 over. Par 4 6th here at the wetlands, 440 yards and water to deal with.
Two choices here, Rich. Lay it up short of the wetlands, or, well, chance it, brave enough, tee it up and flash it across the wetlands to just a mere short iron into this lengthy par 4.
It doesn't bring people out of their seats. People like to see the long ball, the driver guys swinging for the fences, but this is the right play. This hole does not require the big stick. It's a positioning hole. That's exactly what they've done with the iron off the tee. That's a good shot. Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th, and he'll remain right where he is. Next up, the 592-yard par 5 7 bends gently from right to left, and really long hitters can get home in 2 with a couple of well-struck shots. The wetlands not really in play here. And all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. Still well over 300 yards to the flag, so getting this to a good number, the key here for his second. He's set up for his 3rd shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. Oh man, it looked good initially, but rolled off the green and back into the fairway. That stings.
A nice shot and a good chance for a par. The statistics on the PGA Tour show that from 8 feet, you make 50% of your putts.
Yep, well done. That's in for par here at 7. And he'll stay right where he is. We arrive now at the 203-yard par 3 8. Tricky little hole. The bunker short of the green looks like it borders the putting surface, but it's actually a few yards short of it, and the green narrows toward the back. Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll remain right where he is. This one's starting a little bit right.
The drive was fine, but just not long enough. So this par 5 out of his reach. Oh, so close to being good, that second shot. Now, a tricky bunker shot.
This will be the 4th shot now coming out of the bunker. Okay, pretty big swing necessary there, and that's not all that bad from that far away. Okay, can't take cuts that length for granted, but that's in for a par. So 1 round in the books. Frank, how would you assess what you saw from this golf course?
I think the golf course was the star, Rich. Really, there's enough good holes out there, some strong par 4s to...